The Honorable Raksha Mantri will now inspect the Guard of Honor.
And now, the Honorable Raksha Mantri will conduct the inspection.
Raksha Mantri is now being introduced to the heads of departments designated by the Commanding Officer Designate of Mahendragiri.
The Honorable Raksha Mantri is currently being introduced to the Commanding Officer Designate of Mahendragiri and the designated heads of departments. Not just a ship, I am the jewel on Mother India's forehead. Joining the naval fleet, I am a nightmare for the enemy ranks. I am a reflection of the nation's rise and progress, of India's damnedest technical prowess and power in the world. As steadfast as Mount Mahendra, as brave as Parashurama, joining the Navy's ranks, I am a arrow. A symbol of indigenous strength and self-reliance. I am the embodiment of the nation's resolve. I am another stepping stone toward a developed India. I am the Indian naval ship Mahendragiri. I am the Indian naval ship Mahendragiri.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Chief of the Naval Staff, we once again welcome our distinguished chief guest, Honorable Raksha Mantri Shri Rajnath Singh, and all our guests to the commissioning ceremony of Mahendragiri. Before we proceed with the proceedings, I would draw the attention of the audience to the screens as we present to you the saga of Mahendragiri. This is a tale showcasing the ship's journey from manufacture to magnificence, a tale encapsulating the transformation from wire and steel to being mighty, majestic, and massive.
For us, Atmanirbhar Bharat means being full of self-confidence, standing firmly on our own feet, and working with the world on an equal footing as an equal partner.
is an absolute honor to command an indigenous modern strong frigate of this scale. And, Commission, we are conscious of this privilege. Its prime troopers. She has now known the ship. They chart its own legacy with fresh zeal and character. The ship's motto, Sida Pragya Raneshu Aparajita. Which translates to steadfast in wisdom and invincible in battle. Is a dictum that guides us to commit ourselves unwaveringly in all actions. If I stay, while we do not stand on established legacy, we have been privileged to chart our own. Pledged to serve resolutely as the founding custodians of this fine ship. We shall be ever ready and mission-driven, upholding the standards of excellence in the Indian Navy, reflecting the values of duty, love, honor, and courage.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chairman and Managing Director of MDL, Captain Jagmoa, Reta Devian Redavieta, Ajara Devia. Kindly will now address the gathering. What you have, sir?
Honorable Raksha Mantri Shri Rajnath Singh Ji, Admiral Krishna, Admiral Swaminathan, Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Sanjay Bhala, Flag Officer Commanding-in-Chief, Eastern Naval Command, Vice Admiral Sanjay Sadhu, Controller of Warship Production and Acquisition, distinguished flag officers, veterans, senior officers from the Ministry of Defense, the Indian Navy, and MDL, the commanding officer designate and ship's company of Mahendragiri, captains of industry, ladies and gentlemen. It is a privilege and a matter of great pride for me to stand before you on the commissioning of Mahendragiri into the Indian Navy. Mahendragiri is the 6th Project 17A frigate and marks the successful completion of MDL's contribution to one of India's most advanced indigenous warship building programs. It stands as a testament to the capability we have built over the years and, importantly, to the enduring partnership between the Indian Navy and MDL. Mahendragiri embodies the remarkable progress achieved during Project 17 Alpha. Construction commenced during the unprecedented times. This occasion marks more than the induction of a frontline warship. It is also a defining moment for India's shipbuilding ecosystem. With the commissioning of Mahendragiri, MDL has completed the delivery of all major warships
entrusted to us by the Indian Navy over the past 2 decades. These programs represent an investment of approximately 85,000 crores in crores. They have strengthened India's maritime security. They have sustained a highly skilled workforce of over 6,000 at MDL. They have created more than 25,000 additional jobs across the country's industrial ecosystem. They have enabled over 500 MSMEs to participate in building some of the world's most sophisticated warships. A substantial share of the project value has flowed to these enterprises. Many began as small vendors. Today, they are trusted defense-grade partners. This, to my mind, is Atmanirbhar Bharat in its most tangible form. The 6 Cavalry-class submarines, the 4 Visakhapatnam-class destroyers, and the 4 Project 17A frigates built by MDL together constitute a substantial part of the Indian Navy's frontline combat capability. Each of these platforms represents a national capability. It is a product of close partnership between the Warship Design Bureau, the Warship Overseeing Team, MDL, and the Indian industry. Such capabilities demand sustained investment in technology. MDL invests more in research and development than any other Indian shipyard, strengthening India's indigenous shipbuilding capability in partnership with the Indian industry. With Project 17 Alpha frigates being based here, and with MDL's growing role in the life cycle support and modernization of the Navy's submarine fleet, we look forward to working closely with Headquarters Eastern Naval Command and the Naval Dockyard, VSAG, in maintaining the highest standards of operational readiness in MENI. As we celebrate this milestone, we are also looking firmly ahead. MDL has embarked on an ambitious program to establish a mega shipyard for the construction of large commercial vessels with a proposed investment of over 20,000 euros crore. The project will significantly strengthen India's commercial shipbuilding capability. At the same time, it will enhance the nation's strategic capability to build, maintain, and sustain large naval platforms. Above all, it will create the next generation of shipbuilding capacity needed to realize the government's Maritime Amrit Kal Mission 2047 and help position India amongst the world's leading shipbuilding nations. My appreciation goes to Captain Saikat Chatterjee, the commanding officer designate, and the ship's company of Mahendragiri for the close partnership with MDL in preparing the ship for induction into service. To all of you who will sail in her, I wish you fair seas and every success. May she serve you faithfully in every mission, strengthen the Eastern Fleet, and behold the finest traditions of the Indian Navy. On behalf of the entire MDL family, I express my sincere gratitude to the Honorable Raksh Mantri, the Chief of the Naval Staff, the Department of Defense Production, and all our partners in government and industry. Your continued guidance and support have made achievements of this scale possible. May Mahendragiri serve the nation with distinction and stand as an enduring symbol of India's maritime strength. Jai Hind. Sham.
Thank you for your kind words, sir. May I now request Admiral Krishna Swaminathan, Chief of the Naval Staff, to address the gathering, please.
Honorable Raksha Mantri, Shri Rajnath Singh Ji, Vice Admiral Sanjay Bhalla, Flag Officer Commanding in Chief, Eastern Naval Command, Vice Admiral Sanjay Sadhu, Controller, Warship Production and Acquisition, Naval Officers, Flag Officers, Captain Jagmohan, retired, Chairman and Managing Director, Mazagan Dock Shipbuilders Limited, Captain Saikat Chatterjee, Commanding Officer Designate, Mahendragiri, respected veterans, ladies and gentlemen, it is a matter of great pride and honor for the Indian that today India's Honorable Raksha Mantri Shri Rajnath Singh Ji is present amongst us for the commissioning ceremony of the stealth frigate Mahendragiri, Mahendragiri. Sir, your presence here is a clear indication of the high priority being given to India, maritime security and naval capabilities. On behalf of the Indian Navy, we are deeply grateful that you took time out of your busy schedule to accept our invite as the defect guests. Ladies and gentlemen, it is particularly significant that this ceremony is taking place in Visakhapatnam today. This city is central to India's maritime perspective and is the core domination is the Sensor's naval strength and operations on the naval strength, oceans and seaboard. Just a few months ago, India's maritime security outreach and engagement were affected as engagement were effectively showcased through the International Fleet Review and IONS Naname Contours Conclave. Visakhapatnam plays a vital role in protecting India's eastern maritime interests and driving its economic progress. It is remarkable that Mahendragiri was built in Mumbai, nestled in the Arabian Sea, on India's western coast. Today, its commissioning in Visakhapatnam on the shore strongly highlights India's mature integrated, multi-center, and dual coast naval ship building capability, connecting the east and the west. The Mahendragiri being commissioned today is the sixth ship out of these 7 warships under Project 17 Alpha. You may all be aware that the other 6 ships have been named after the Navy's former Giri-class ships, which served the nation with pride from 1972 until 2013. Mahendragiri is a new name in this series, which is based on the historic Mahendra Hills of the East, Jagadigatsan, Odisha. Mahendragiri is the last warship in this series of 4 ships built by MDL under Project 17 Alpha. With over 75% indigenous content, MDL and the Navy have set 3 new milestones with this ship. First, the timeline from launch to delivery has been reduced by nearly 50%, down from 63 months to 31 months. Second, the total construction time has been reduced by 20%, down from 95 months to 75 months. And third, instead of the average 5 to 7 sea trials, this ship met all technical requirements in just 1 sea trial. All these achievements reflect the collective efforts of MDL, Indian manufacturers, MSMEs, the Navy's warship, overseeing team, trial agencies, and the crew. All these progressive steps further strengthen India's maritime power. As our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi said at the commissioning ceremony last month, a country with a strong maritime capability will have equally strong economic and strategic one the keys influence it is special. The commissioning of Mahendragiri in a way brings this vision to life. MDL has long been a trusted partner of the Indian Navy in making many of its naval missions successful. For today's special achievement, I extend my heartfelt thanks to the officials and dedicated workforce of MDL and our industry partners whose concept from concept to commissioning, commissioning. On this occasion, Today, I also express my deep gratitude to the senior officials of the government of Andhra Pradesh for their constant cooperation and continuous support. I extend my gratitude to our industry partners and MSMEs whose assistance made this achievement possible. Naval Headquarters, Western Naval Command, Eastern Naval Command Headquarters, Warship Overseeing Team, and trial agencies also deserve to be congratulated. I especially thank the veterans present in Ambagas. Their affection, experience, guidance, and support have always been a source of inspiration for us Sahakobanos. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no doubt that Mahendragiri joining the Navy today will further strengthen our combat readiness and contribute significantly to protecting India's Samayan Kinka's maritime interests. I extend my best wishes and congratulations to the commanding officers, and crew of Mahendragiri. I am confident that they will operate this ship with self-assurance, true to Mahendragiri. Mahendrako boats, Matchless. They will serve with complete dedication and honor, and while defending the nation with firm resolve, they will add new golden chapters to the glorious history of the Indian Navy. Finally, once again, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Defense Minister, Shri Rajnath Singh Ji, whose presence has enhanced the dignity of this occasion yet again. I want to assure you, Honorable Defense Minister, that the Indian Navy is always fully prepared, committed to protecting the nation's maritime interests, and will all posse to his be so, to be so. Jai Hind, Shano Varuna.
Thank you for your inspiring words, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, the appointed commanding officer, Captain S. Chatterjee, will now read out the commissioning warrant of the shibling.
Commissioning order by the Chief of the Naval Staff. Whereas the government of India has decided that Indian naval ship Mahendragiri be commissioned, you are hereby directed to proceed to commission the said ship on the 11th day of July 2026. Indian naval ship Mahendragiri will be administered by the Flag Officer Commanding-in-Chief, Eastern Naval Command. Given under my hand this, the 11th day of July 2026, signed Krishna Swaminathan, Admiral, Chief of the Naval Staff.
May I now request all dignitaries to take their positions for the colors ceremony. All guests are requested to rise for the colors ceremony. All officers in uniform are requested to salute along with the guard.
Watch out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present to you Indian naval ship Mahendragiri.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present to you the Indian naval ship INS Mahendragiri. INS Mahendragiri.
May I request all guests to please take your seats now.
Ladies and gentlemen, now the Honorable Defense Minister, Shri Rajnath Singh, will address the gathering. Sir.
Admiral Krishna Swaminathan, Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Sanjay Bala, Flag Officer Commanding-in-Chief, Eastern Naval Command, Rear Admiral Alok Ananda, Flag Officer Commanding Eastern Fleet, Mr. Captain Red Jagmohan, CMD, Mazagan Dock Shipbuilders Ltd, Commanding Officers and crew members of INS Mahendragiri, all officials and sailors of the Ministry of Defense and the Indian Navy, distinguished guests, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. And first of all, I would like to congratulate our Navy Chief, Admiral Admiral Krishna Swaminathan, because this is the first program I am attending since his appointment as the naval chief. And today we've heard Admiral Krishna Swaminathan, and if you're next, I'll guess that the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, I can say that after hearing Admiral Krishna Swaminathan, if someone were to ask me to rate his speech, I would say it was excellent. Azibushi, J. Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a matter of great pride for me to be present among all of you on the occasion of the commissioning of INS Mahendragiri. On this occasion, I extend my heartiest congratulations to every Karma Yogi of Mazagon, Dock Shipbuilders Limited, the Indian Navy, the entire crew of Mahendragiri, and all my fellow countrymen. Friends, this is a beautiful coincidence indeed. This commissioning is taking place in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. Visakhapatnam is not only the headquarters of our Eastern Naval Command, but also one of the strongest pillars of India's maritime power. And not just Visakhapatnam, the entire state of Andhra Pradesh has been a land of pride and valor in itself. Even today, Andhra Pradesh continues to maintain that legacy. Andhra Pradesh has emerged as a new powerhouse of India's defense and aerospace manufacturing today. Just a few weeks ago, I had the privilege of laying the foundation stone for a series of projects in this very state, alongside the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Shri Chandrababu Naidu, which will change the face of India in the coming decades. In Puttaparthi, we laid the foundation stone for the Core Integration and Flight Testing Center of the Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft, i.e. AMCA. AMCA is India's own fifth-generation fighter aircraft, which will have the full capability to destroy the enemy in the blink of an eye. That same day, near here in Visakhapatnam, in the Anakapali district, we also laid the foundation stone for a new naval systems manufacturing facility of Bharat Dynamics Limited. where autonomous underwater vehicles, torpedoes, and underwater countermeasure systems will be manufactured. This means weapon systems that we once imported from foreign countries will now be manufactured here near our own Vizag. Ladies and gentlemen, and at that time I also spoke about the establishment of Drone City by a consortium of 8 drone companies in Kurnool. Just as we call Surat the Diamond City, Bengaluru is called the Silicon Valley of the country. Similarly, I believe that one day this region will be known as the nation's drone hub. Ladies and gentlemen, look at the coincidence. In the sky, AMCA. In the depths of the sea, BDL's naval systems. In the unmanned domain, Kurnool's drones. And today, on the sea surface, IS Mahendragiri, meaning today, Andhra Pradesh is contributing to India's defense prowess in every domain: air, water, land, and the unmanned sector, Sarante unmanned sector. For this, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to the government of Andhra Pradesh and its people. Friends, if I talk about INS Mahendragiri, you all know that it is a part of our Project 17A, also known as the Nilgiri Mezzakazing class frigates. And Mahendragiri, we are commissioning here today. It is the last of the 4 P-17A ships built at Miss Shempleton Dock Limited. This means this ship is the concluding jewel of this MDL series, but I do not consider it the final jewel. Ships of this kind will continue to be built at Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders Limited. Our Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders Limited is doing a fantastic job. For this, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to Captain Retta Jagmohan, CMD, and his entire team, as well as all the personnel working there. Ladies and gentlemen, the first ship of the P-17A series, INS Nilgiri, was commissioned by our Prime Minister himself in January 2025. Then in August 2025, INS Udaygiri and INS Himgiri were both commissioned together. And then in April 2026 of this year, INS Taragiri was commissioned right here in Visakhapatnam. Just a few weeks ago in June, the Prime Minister dedicated INS Dunagiri to the nation in Kolkata during the tri-commissioning ceremony. And today, this 6th ship, INS Mahendragiri, is being received by our. This means that in just about a year and a half, our Navy has received 6 frontline frigates. This is a testament to India's shipbuilding capability, the speed of our naval industrial ecosystem, and our self-confidence. There was a time when we looked to other countries for most of our defense needs. Today, we are building warships in our own shipyards by the hands of our own people. And we are building them one after another at a rapid pace. And it's master ship. Tons, capable of reaching high speeds of up to 28 knots, and is a multi-mission frigate. This means it will prove effective simultaneously against aerial threats, surface level enemies, and submarines hidden under water. And most importantly, it is a blue water ship. This means it can protect India's maritime interests, not just near the coast, but for weeks in the distant, in deep oceans, Ayutthaya, and deep oceans. In other words, our country, India, has determined its course through the sea until now. And now our country is also developing the capability to determine the course of the sea itself. And friends, the crest of INS Mahendragiri
also carries a profound message in itself. Its crest features the image of a goshawk or hawk perched atop the summit of Mahendragiri mountain. And this goshawk bird is known for its